Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Todd Chrisley breaks silence on son who betrayed him in Resurfaced video. Since their presidential pardon, Todd and Julie Chrisley of Chrisley Knows Best fame have been sharing quite a few stories. In addition, videos of their lives and what they shared have also started to resurface. Recently, fans have drawn their attention to a video where Todd shares where he stands with one family member in particular. Todd Chrisley originally became known to audiences through USA Network's Chrisley Knows Best, which originally ran from 2014 to 2023. In 2022, Todd and his wife, Julie, were convicted over a variety of charges, including bank fraud and tax evasion. However, the two were released back in May thanks to a presidential pardon. Since then, Todd and Julie have shared their side of the story with various outlets, including their own podcast. In his personal life, Todd shares 3 children with Julie: Grayson, Chase, and Savannah. Todd also has 2 children from his previous marriage to Teresa Terry, Lindsay and Kyle. As mentioned, while Todd and Julie have shared new revelations since their imprisonment, previous videos the family have released, even before the presidential pardon, are also starting to draw attention. Taking to social media, one video that has recently caught fan attention was one involving Todd talking about his son Kyle while working on Chrisley Knows Best. Todd appeared to be answering questions from fans during a live stream with the video. At the time, he addressed that Kyle will not be back on the show. He will not be back on the show at all with Chrisley Knows Best. Todd assured, "I love Kyle dearly. I wish him nothing but the best, and I hope that he's getting his life straightened out. But at some point, you just have to say whether or not you're good for each other. And I think with the things that Kyle has done and the things that he's, fabricated about his family just to sell a story to a tabloid, that's probably more than what any of us can kind of get past right at the moment." However, at the time, Todd mused on the concept of forgiveness, saying, "But you know what? With God's will, time has a way of tempering all things. And that is certainly my prayer, that at some point, Kyle will come to peace with his family. And we can all move forward. We don't approve of the company Kyle keeps. And so as long as that's involved, we can't invite that back into our lives." Todd then mused, as a reality television personality, people have a right to ask questions about his life and his family. However, he also noted that fans don't necessarily have the right to have these questions answered. During the original run of Chrisley Knows Best, Kyle mostly appeared in the first season, though he made an appearance in the 8th season. As fans know, Kyle previously expressed, "I'm going to remain hopeful that another reconciliation is possible," concerning him and his father during the time of his parents' presidential pardon, in a statement with E! News. Last year, Kyle previously shared with In Touch that he hadn't spoken with his father in over a year. He shared, "I don't really know why, but he hasn't responded to my emails, and he doesn't call. I was actually going to attend the hearing, but I was told my dad did not want me there. I believe someone even said they would have me escorted out if I showed up." Have you been following this story? Did you see this video with Todd Chrisley? Make sure you come back to for all the latest reality TV and celebrity news. Todd Chrisley has never been one to mince words. The patriarch of Chrisley Knows Best, famous for his sharp wit, unapologetic attitude, and unwavering love for his family, found himself blindsided when a Resurfaced video involving one of his sons recently went viral. The clip, which began circulating on social media platforms with alarming speed, allegedly showed a private moment where his son appeared to openly criticize, and in some viewers' opinions, betray his father. For Todd, who has faced his fair share of personal and professional battles over the last few years, this was different. This wasn't courtroom drama or tabloid rumors. It was family. And Todd decided he wasn't going to stay silent. The resurfaced video that sparked the storm. The video in question, reportedly filmed years ago, was unearthed by online sleuths who seemed determined to reignite old wounds. In it, Todd's son is allegedly heard expressing frustrations about their relationship, and shockingly, questioning Todd's values as both a father and public figure. While some fans dismissed the clip as an out-of-context moment of venting, others speculated it pointed to a deeper rift in the Chrisley household. The timing couldn't have been worse. With Todd and wife Julie navigating their own ongoing legal and personal challenges, the resurfacing of the video placed a renewed spotlight on the family's internal dynamics, something Todd has long sought to protect, even when cameras rolled for their hit USA Network reality series. Todd's emotional response. In a candid social media post, Todd finally addressed the situation directly, and his words were as raw as fans have ever seen. "Families are messy," Todd began, his voice steady, but tinged with unmistakable hurt. "We love hard, we fight hard, and sometimes we make mistakes that feel impossible to undo. I've made mistakes. My children have made mistakes. But betrayal, that hits different." Todd didn't call out his son by name in the initial statement, but made it clear the wounds from the video cut deep. He acknowledged the pain of feeling exposed, not by strangers or the press, but by someone he raised and fiercely loved. When someone you've prayed over, protected, and sacrificed for chooses to speak about you in ways that don't reflect your heart, it forces you to look at where things broke, Todd said. And to anyone watching from the outside, it's easy to make judgments. But for me, this is personal. It's blood, it's love, it's decades of memories. And it hurts. A father's love tested, Todd has long been known for his tough love approach to parenting, a style that has sometimes caused friction with his children, particularly as they've grown into adulthood. His expectations are high, his standards firm, and his tongue famously sharp. Yet anyone who has followed the family knows his love runs even deeper. On Chrisley Knows Best, viewers have watched Todd navigate everything from teen rebellion to adult children's independence struggles. He's cried on camera, prayed over his children, and made tough decisions he believed were in their best interest. Which is perhaps why this betrayal feels so heavy, not just for Todd, but for fans who have witnessed his unwavering devotion to family. The son's perspective. While the resurfaced video paints a painful picture, context remains limited. Sources close to the family suggest the video was recorded during a particularly tumultuous period in their lives, a time when emotions ran high and misunderstandings were common. Todd and his son had their moments, one insider revealed. They're both strong-willed, both outspoken, and sometimes they clash. But at the end of the day, they love each other. That's never been in question. The insider also hinted that the son has since matured, gained perspective, and even expressed regret privately over comments made in the clip. Still, the internet's resurfacing of old wounds has brought private family issues back into the public spotlight, a spotlight that Todd has both courted and been burned by in equal measure. Lessons in forgiveness. Todd's statement, while firm, ended on a note of grace. "I'm not here to cancel my child or shame them," he said. "This world is cruel enough without parents adding to the pile-on. My goal is to heal, to forgive, and to move forward. We are all works in progress, and I will never stop praying for every one of my children, no matter what." It's a perspective that resonates deeply, especially in a culture where public feuds and call-outs often end relationships permanently. Todd's decision to focus on forgiveness rather than retaliation shows growth, even amidst personal pain. Family dynamics under the microscope. The Chrisley's family dynamics have long fascinated fans. From their tight-knit bonds to their occasional public disagreements, they embody the complicated beauty of family life.